So here we are with the third way we can individually have a positive impact on ocean sustainability and sustainability at large. And this again is a type of impact that I want to bring forward and show with what I do for SNAWOS, for my sailing solo non-stop around the world for ocean sustainability. When I refit the boat that I'm going to buy, which is going to be a used boat, so point 1, used, point 2, use sustainable materials, point 3, a boat has an engine. A sailing boat doesn't need an engine to sail, but at times it needs an engine for short movements when there is no wind. Some people use or overuse the motor or the engine to motor to places so that they can sail in that place and then they motor back, and this is kind of not what pure sailing is, and actually I will create a video also on this, but all in all, the engine, which is typically an internal combustion engine, like a small car engine, some 20 horsepower, 30 horsepower, very, very small engine compared to what we have in big cars and so on. So you have this engine and you burn some fossil fuel to run it. And what happens, and the reason why many sailors are not particularly interested in thinking what's their impact, is that their impact is honestly very, very low. Because in a year, a motor like that, you could end up using it relatively for very few hours of work, of moving to one place or another, and the total impact over a year can be really, really low. As low as going by car from your place to see your nanny and then coming back. But this spread over an entire year. So, but nonetheless, I want to replace the engine, the internal combustion engine, diesel engine typically, with an electric motor and a pack of batteries. And the cost of this replacement is substantial. It's honestly very, very high today with current technology. But I decided I want to do it anyway for a very specific reason. And it's not to reduce my impact by saving the fuel that I will burn, because that is really, well, not negligible, but it's very, very low compared to all other ways that I produce CO2 emissions, willingly or not, say by catching a train or a bus. So the reason to replace the the internal combustion engine with an electric motor is that I want to reduce and actually eliminate my dependency from fossil fuels. This is something that we all should strive to do. We should strive to reduce or eliminate our dependency on fossil fuels. Because as long as we depend on fossil fuels to do our business, there is less incentive for other technologies to develop, to replace fossil fuels. We are all talking about, yes, reducing fuel consumption, but we are typically talking about how can we make our, say, cars more efficient? How can we make our ships more efficient? How can we, reduce the quantity of fuel that is burned into the same thing, into the same engine? Now, there are also more advanced kind of approaches, but in general, I see that we should strive as much as we can as individuals to reduce our individual dependence on fossil fuels. We will still catch a bus that might go on oil, on gas oil, on diesel oil. But this, and this is kind of beyond our control to choose that the bus is run on diesel or is an electric bus or something else. But where is that we do have control? And this is the point. Where is that I do have control? And there is the place where I should take action. Not whine or whatever, complain that someone else is not taking action. I can take action by reducing or eliminating my dependency on fossil fuels. So, how do I reduce my dependency on fossil fuels? Well, I replace my car with an electric car. This is something that you can do at a cost that is marginally higher, or probably not even. I can have electric hob at home. Make it all electric. Heating might be more difficult, but I can use electricity to use geothermal energy. These are things that we can decide to do for our own, on our own, without waiting for some big kind of big brother or big organization or government or institution to take action. We can take action individually.